how many of them do I have now? I have actually, I believe, 36. My Gaga related tattoos are on my left arm, and the first one was the monster logo right there. The second one was the first portrait that I have, which is right here, and then we've got her signature. The next one is some lyrics right here, and my most recent, which is my Edge of Glory portrait that I just recently got. What inspired me to get each of these? My first tattoo, the monster logo, monster writing, was simply just because I was literally being moved by this, the music and the message and the connection, the very start of connecting to other fans, and then just the continuation of that and the furthering of that passion and meeting more people and seeing concerts, and then seeing for the first time the image of Gaga at the piano during the speech. Initially it was the Speechless interlude, and I love her at the piano, and I just think that particular shot where she has her paw up in the air is just so moving, and it really inspired me to get that image put on my body. The other portrait, the Edge of Glory portrait, is directly related to Edge of Glory. I wanted something that was going to pay tribute to that song and to what Gaga was singing about. I lost my father in 2004. I've lost many other people very close to me since then, but that loss in particular has been the most affecting, and that song is a connection to that loss for me and a connection to my father. I really just, I felt that those facial shots during the video where she has her head tilted and she has these piercing eyes, I knew that I wanted one of those shots. Can I explain a bit about when I met Gaga? The first time she saw my my first tattoo, the portrait, she said that she knew exactly who I was and that I was a fucking rock star, and just that it was just something along the lines of it was one of the most amazing things someone could do, and she was just so receptive to it. When I met her at Good Morning America, she actually kind of like touched it, and she just was really into it. The reaction that I've had from most people has been positive. Any other reaction that I get mostly comes from misunderstanding or not understanding what my motivations were. Some people can be judgmental and, oh my god, like, you must be crazy, like, to put, like, you know, a pop star in your arm. It means more than a pop star. It means the winds of change in my life. It means the connections to Gaga, her music, her message, her fans. I will say that a photo that was taken of me at a show almost well over a year ago now, it was quite a bit heavier. You could see my tattoo, and it was just a very intense portrait, and it wound up on a Howard Stern message board, and they basically tore it to shreds, and you know, just talked about how ugly I am and how I looked like a real monster and blah blah blah, and you know, I'm just kind of adding that just because it's part of what happens on the internet, but for the most part, I haven't had anything but positive responses at shows or at the Monster Ball or at different Camp Gaga or any sort of events like that. It's definitely an attention getter. I feel, in my own way, a very strong connection to Gaga as an artist, just because I feel like I can relate to her in certain ways, in terms of suffering and loss and change through experience and leadership. I definitely feel like, for me, getting these tattoos was like going all in and saying, this is something that deserves that placement, that no one can take away what it is that moves us in the current moment. And as far as how important it is to express myself as a monster, it is integral to my individuality and to my mental health, or to, you know, anything that I express myself and express what it is that makes me Stephanie.
The real truth about Lady Gaga fans, my little monsters. They are the kings. They are the queens. They write the history of the kingdom. And I am something of a devoted jester. It is in the theory of perception that we have established our bond. We are nothing without our image, without our projection, without the spiritual hologram of who we perceive ourselves to be, or rather to become.